Greetings, fellow members of the Order of the Purple Cord. This is Lord Bob Hickman. I'm your High Priest for the Order, and I welcome you to our video today. Would you pull up a chair and gather around? We're going to have a little talk today. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're new here and you don't know what's going on, you're saying, who's this guy in black robes? Well, my name is Bob Hickman, and I'm the High Priest of the Order of the Purple Cord. And the Order of the Purple Cord is a mystical Wiccan order. We're a group of solitaries all over the world, and we gather together in our order through our online connections, and we study the craft together. It's a wonderful order because we don't have a lot of heavy requirements. Our requirements are basically simple. Send us a note if you want to join. Make a purple cord for yourself to wear as a necklace or a cincture, which is a belt around your robes. And also agree to abide by the Wiccan Rede, which basically means harm none. We don't do black magic or evil. We're an order of light and good. And that's all it takes to become a member of the Order of the Purple Cord. So if you're interested in joining us, I'll put links below, and you can go to our Facebook page as well as my website and also Lady Angela's website as well, and check us out. Lady Angela is the High Priestess, and her channel on YouTube is Rare Wicca Spells, and her wonderful store, which I shop at, is called rarewiccaspells.com. And rarewiccaspells.com is the official supplier of religious goods to the Order of the Purple Cord. In fact, the subject of our talk today is about the symbol on my tapestry. And if you're curious about this tapestry, I got this from rarewiccaspells.com. So if you like this, you might want to go over there and buy one of these. Okay. Well, anyways, today I wanted to talk about peace, how to find peace. Peace is something that eludes a lot of people these days. Many of you know that when I'm not running the Order of the Purple Cord, I am a full-time psychic medium. And I've been getting a lot of letters from all over the world of people saying, "Dear Lord Bob, I can't find peace. What do I do?" Well, Wiccans need not have such great challenges. When we have times of struggle, we can find peace in our faith. The Wiccan faith is all about harmony, harmony within and harmony without, harmony with the outer world. Today we're going to talk about the peace of the Pentacle. Behind me here, you'll notice a big 5-pointed star inside a circle. This is known as a pentacle. Now, contrary to Hollywood belief, this is not a symbol of evil or a demonic symbol. It's actually a symbol of the Wiccan faith, and a beautiful and powerful one. Let me tell you basically what this means. The 5-pointed star represents the 4 elements of the universe: earth, air, fire, and water. And these 4 elements are surmounted by the top point, which represents spirit or divinity, Lord, Lady, God, Goddess. So what it means is that divine power holds all the elements within itself and creates and sustains the universe. And the big circle represents the whole universe, that there is nowhere that divinity and the sacred elements are not. I love the pentacle. And by the way, before we get into this, let me kind of clarify. If you have a star without a circle, just the 5-pointed star alone, that's called a pentagram. But when we put it in a circle, it's called a pentacle. Either way, they're wonderful. No one way is better than the other, okay? But today we're going to talk about meditating on the pentacle. In times of stress, we can turn to our sacred symbol and find peace. This symbol has gotten me through more crises in my life than I care to even remember. I think one of the best things to do is to every day stop and reflect on this symbol. One of the things I like to do is I'll focus on the top point and I'll say this represents divinity. This is God. This is Goddess. This is the divine, the all. Whenever I look at this, I say within myself, I carry that spark of divinity. So whenever I see the pentacle, I know that God is within me. And when I look at the circle, it means there is nowhere in the universe that divinity is not. So wherever I go, the Lord and the Lady are. And for those times when you feel alone and you feel like you're wandering in the world with no friends, look at the pinnacle and remember that's this point, the top point. The Lord is with you. There's power and there's peace there. This point actually, I think I said them in the wrong order, but this point represents actually Earth. And when we look at the bottom left point, we can meditate on the energies of grounding. I like to say every day we should walk through the pentacle. So I'll start at Earth. And in Earth, I think of the beauty of the ground beneath me, how it sustains me, how it supports me. Look at the very home that you live in. It's based on a grounding of Earth. Of course, unless you live up in an airplane. But anyways, we're going to assume you live in a home somewhere that's on the ground. And even if you live in a high rise, the base of the building's on the ground. Earth means we find our stability, we find our grounding. When we go up here to air, air is where we breathe. This is the breath of life. If you're breathing, you're alive. And if you're breathing, there's still hope, no matter where you are. So this point will remind you of air. Down here, we've got fire. Fire is the spark of life. Sometimes we feel weak and tired. And if you're someone who thinks you're at the end of your rope, if you're watching this video, that spark is still in you. That's your life force. That's your own spirit. So our own spirit corresponds to fire, and it brings life and energy. So we can meditate on this point. When we go up here, we've got the point that represents water. Water is the emotion, the intuition. Water is where you feel, where you know. This is where a lot of your psychic senses are up here. And if you are, feeling overwhelmed emotionally, you can meditate on this point to also cleanse out the negative emotions. Let the element of water wash through you and bring you peace. So whether you're going earth, air, fire, water, or spirit, you are working with energy that is life-affirming and life-sustaining. Never give up, never give in to despair and think that your life is through and that you are worthless and nobody loves you. The pentacle reminds us that we are loved, for divinity holds all life together. And remember this circle, for it is the circle of life. We're going to have some times on the circle where there are good times, sometimes that are struggle times. But if we just hold on, everything comes back around to balance. And with the right focus, we'll return back to spirit. You see, in the end, all things revert to the divine and to spirit. And this is where our hope is. Every day I like to wear the sacred symbol of the pentacle. I have so many different ones. I have a lot of these. I collect pentacles. Here's one of mine that I'm wearing today, though. I'll let you see this. This is a beautiful one made of pewter, and it has a purple stone in the middle. And that purple stone is for the order of the purple cord. And so every day when I get up, I put this on. I can remember all of the members of the order and offer prayers at my altar for all of you. So this sacred symbol goes with me. It's never a day that I don't wear a pentacle. We're going to do future videos talking about the symbols of the moons here. This is the triple moon as well, combined with the pentacle. And that's going to be a video for next week. But for right now, also know that the moon is part of our sacred symbology. And on my brow here, you can see I have painted a blue moon. In the ancient Celtic tradition, the priests and priestesses of the god and goddess would paint the moon on their brow in blue. It was actually woad, which is a dye. It was a blue dye. And they would wear the blue moon as a sacred symbol. So I like to carry on that tradition, and I wear the moon. And next week we're going to talk about the moon. But for now, I want to leave you with the thought of meditating on the sacred pentacle. Reflect on this. If you don't have a pentacle, find one or draw one even. Put it up somewhere on your wall or in your altar. Better yet, if you can get one to wear every day, you can do that. Again, I'd encourage you, if you want to find some pentacles, tapestries, jewelry, go to rarewiccaspells.com. Lady Angela is there, and if you get confused and lost, just write her a note and she'll help you. And you can also contact her here on YouTube. Again, links for all of this below. One more thing I'll show you before we go. This is another treasured pentacle of mine that I put on this altar. I have many altars in my house. This is one of my altars. This is my altar dedicated to green magic, green witchcraft. And we'll do an art video on green magic soon as well. But I wanted to show you this. Isn't this beautiful? This is by Paul Borda, Dryad Designs. And you can see it's got the sacred pentacle here. And also has the crescent moon. And I like this combination. And in the middle we have the triskel, which represents the triple goddess. And around it, it reads words. These are actually words from the charge of the goddess. And it says, I am the beauty of the green earth and the white moon among the stars. That's written on the edge here. Isn't that beautiful? So this is also a sacred symbol, another pentacle. And you could get one of these as well and put up on your wall or on your altar. But I would really seriously encourage all of you, at least those of you who follow the craft and members of the order, try to bring the sacred pentacle into your life. I promise you it will bless you, uplift you, anoint you, and protect you. It's considered a symbol also of great protection. For with divinity overseeing all things, this is a sign of divine presence, and evil cannot stand in its presence. That's why witches also wear them. Anyways, guys, I hope this has been of some help to you today. This is Lord Bob Hickman. I'm so glad you're here. Listen, I hope you'll subscribe here to my YouTube channel, the Spirit Channel. So like this video, favorite, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, and also send me a note if you'd like to join the Order of the Purple Cord. We'd sure love you to be a member. And membership is free, and it's for life. God bless you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you soon. Blessed be.